Dad's Rough Dismount by James M. Morris. I saw my little sister, Mern, galloping towards the house as fast as Judy could run. She looked like a jockey stoking the finish line mid-race. Her little 5-year-old body was bent forward, as was the neck of her part Shetland Palomino mount, as they flew over the dirt road, leaving a trail of dust. I had never seen Judy run so fast. As she approached, Mern sat back in the saddle as she pulled the reins sharply, and Judy slid to a stop. "Dust engulfed us," as Mern exclaimed, her face flushed with tears streaming down her cheeks and her hair in disarray. "Daddy, Susie ran fast, turned, fell, fence, Mama." I knew something bad had happened to Daddy. As Mern dismounted, I ran as fast as my black and white high-top Converse tennis shoes could carry me into the house, hollering, "Mama, Mama, come outside quick. Mern is crying. Something has happened, and Daddy may be hurt." Mama dropped her broom, and we ran out the back door and met Mern as she ran up to Mama, still crying, and pointing towards the southeast corner of the wheat field, about a quarter of a mile from the house. Mother knelt down, wiped her tears, and gave her a hug. She asked Mern, "What happened?" Still upset, Mern painfully gasped, "Daddy fell off Susie onto the fence. Hurt. He is hurt bad, Mama." Mother told me, "You get Mern in the car. I'll be there in a minute. Go! Run, run!" And with that, she ran back into the house, and Mern and I got in the car, like she said. It wasn't long before Mama came running to the car. She tossed a bottle of rubbing alcohol and a bunch of old towels and a water bottle into the passenger seat as I climbed into the back seat with Mern. She started the V8 engine on our new Oldsmobile 88 four-door sedan, slammed it into reverse, spun the wheels and backed out of the open-faced garage, and then crammed it into drive and spun the wheels, spinning a cloud of dust all the way to the fence gate into the pasture. The tires were still spinning as we crossed the cattle guard at the corner of the fence surrounding the house and sped down the road toward the southeast corner of the wheat field. The force of the engine knocked Mern and me back into our seats, and by the time I regained my footing and peeked over the front seat, I saw Daddy limping towards us as he turned the corner at the corner of the field on the pasture side of the fence. By this time, Mern had revealed that Susie was running as fast as she could towards the fence at the end of the wheat field, and then turned quickly at the last second, throwing Daddy onto the barbed wire fence. She said he slid down the fence and ended up on the other side of it. When she rode up to him, he told her to ride to the house to get Mama. And that is what she did. As we approached Daddy, I remember what my 7-year-old brain was thinking and what I said to Mama. "Ah, he's all right, Mama. He's walking. When John Wayne gets shot, bucked off a horse, or blown up, and he can walk, he's okay. So I figure Daddy's okay too. Don't you, Mama?" About that time, the car slid to a stop. Daddy opened the door. His hands were bloody. He was grimacing with pain, and his left thigh was caked in reddish-colored dirt with grass and leaves sticking to it. He fell into the passenger seat with a groan while waving his arm aimlessly, and then dropped it like a dead weight into the car seat. I peeked over his shoulder from my position in the back seat. His Levi's were red with blood on both thighs, and he had grass and dirt and pieces of mesquite branches stuck to his clothes. He was breathing hard and groaning in pain, and I saw blood on his boots, and his face was dirty, and he didn't have on a hat or a cap. But I couldn't see any cuts, just blood and dirt and stuff. Then Mama leaned over and gasped as she lifted the flap of his Levi's up, and on his left thigh, under the caked layer of debris, and exposed a huge gaping gash full of dark red blood, leaves, dirt, and who knows what else. It was at least 10 inches long. It was a jagged, deep tear from his upper thigh nearly to his knee. Before I could turn away, I saw Mama unscrew the cap on the bottle of alcohol and pour the whole bottle of alcohol into and on the gaping wound as Daddy winced in agony. She rubbed the wound with a towel, exposing the depth of the jagged cut and new blood. As she packed the wound with bandages, and I fell back into my seat, pale and queasy at my stomach. I had seen enough. Mern looked at me and decided not to look. I didn't care what John Wayne might have done. I knew my daddy was in trouble, and I didn't see how he could have gotten back up on his feet and walked anywhere in that condition. I was scared. I was so scared I do not even remember being scared on the drive from our house to the hospital at Matador, 20 miles away. And I know Mama had that V8 engine running as fast as it would go the whole way over the dirt road between our house and Highway 70, and then down that highway through Roaring Springs to Matador. Well, Dr. Stanley cleaned the wound and sewed Daddy up. He said he could see the main artery pulsing. Daddy was extremely lucky. Had the cut been a fraction of an inch deeper, that artery would have been severed, and he would have bled to death. It left a very ugly scar, but no lasting disabilities, and it didn't slow Daddy down long. What is the moral to this story? Now, from a practical standpoint, the moral might be prepared for all contingencies. Susie could have either jumped the fence or turned. Daddy failed to prepare for her turning. But the lesson for me was that the devil is in the detail. The thing I remember most vividly is how dramatically my understanding of the situation changed when Mama reached over and lifted that piece of Daddy's Levi up and exposed the gaping gash in his leg. Seeing him walk, I thought he must be okay. Raising that piece of Levi changed my perspective completely. Had I been removed from that scene before the piece of Levi was lifted, my report on the severity of the incident would not have been accurate. What we know and what we think we know are often two different things.